What's that? Oh, I'm sorry. I know it's awful, but I have this incredible sweet tooth.
What is it?
Cheesecake.
What kind?
Chocolate.
Oh, I think this could be the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Hi everyone, and welcome to my Golden Girls 24-hour readathon. Now what does that mean? Today, right now, this moment, it is just after midnight on July 30th. And if you are unaware of what that is, first off, that's a travesty, so let me educate you. It is International, or at least National Cheesecake Day in the US. And in honor of that, the Golden Girls Readathon is having a special 24-hour readathon dedicated just to the Golden Girls. And I'm actually really psyched for this. I haven't done, I guess, a themed vlog in a while. Instead, I just love the idea of doing something around Golden Girls. I've actually got a Golden Girls tag, a book tag that I made when I got on BookTube over a year ago now. In fact, it's one of my earliest videos. I've considered redoing that tag with some updated responses just because it's so old. But I did love doing that. Check it out above and below. But point is, I love Golden Girls, hence me doing this. Now, naturally, it is late, so I could be having myself a piece of cheesecake right now because the Golden Girls did that at plenty of times. They just go to the table and they had themselves a nice cheesecake. Unfortunately, when I went to the grocery store this last evening, I got everything I wanted except for the cheesecake, which was the entire reason I was going last night. So
Oh my God.
Fudge, what's wrong?
Here we are in the middle of a crisis and there's no cheesecake.
I was going to get it tomorrow after everything opens back up, and I'm going to get myself a beautiful, delicious vegan cheesecake. I'm really excited for that. But I'm also excited for everything else that's going on. So the readathon itself isn't, I guess, much of a readathon because it's not really much of a rule that you have to read. Just because it's only 24 hours, not much pressure. My goal is to finish at least one book though. All it really means is that you want to have a dessert, in which case it's going to be cheesecake for me, and to watch an episode of Golden Girls, which I'm sure I'll do multiple times. And there's more there. I'll try to put it up here. I don't remember what the rest were, but I did want to think about what I wanted to read here. And naturally, there weren't a lot of Golden Girls books. I do have some memoirs. If you look up here, I have my Betty White memoir, and I think I have another memoir by Betty White somewhere that I actually, well, I'm not reading it. Although I could have swore I had one somewhere. I would remember it's on my shelf. But the point is I'm reading a fiction book, and I wanted to find one that fit the Golden Girls theme. And so I was thinking about what I should read, and I just recently watched The Wife, a film that adapted the book by Meg Wolitzer of the same name. And it's about a woman whose husband gets the Nobel Prize in literature, and it's about her role in his life. And it was really more about her life and how he fit into it. And the point is, I did like the movie. It wasn't perfect, but that focus on women I thought was actually really good. And the point is that it made me think about her, Meg Wolitzer, because I have two of her books I want to read, not The Wife, but two other ones, and they all seem to focus on female issues, well, female characters, and I thought maybe that's a good place to start looking. So I did look at two of them that she has, and I ended up focusing on one that is the interesting. So the reason I thought this might be a good pick is because it basically follows 6 teenagers the summer of Nixon resigns, and they're at this summer camp, blah blah blah. They're young, stupid, and then it follows them into the older age. And there's somewhere in here that it says Wolitzer follows her characters from the height of their youth through middle age as their talents, fortunes, and degrees of satisfaction diverge. Now this does seem to focus on like celebrities, so it's not quite a good fit in that sense, but it does focus on basically growing old and dealing with that, and I thought this would be a good one to go with. Unfortunately, it's like thick. It's like 15 hours and maybe even more, and I did the math. Even if I wanted to do it at faster speed, we're looking at 8 or 9 hours in one day, and unfortunately, I still have to work tomorrow. I tried doing extra work this week, take tomorrow off, take Friday off, and it didn't work out. I can't work more than I have to sometimes. So instead, I decided to go with the other option here, which is actually one that came up when I Googled books that seemed like Golden Girls stories or themes, and I got Still Alice. Now, Alice is a woman in her early 50s, and she's suffering from early onset Alzheimer's. And obviously, the Golden Girls never had to deal with that, but I think it still deals a lot with a lot of the themes that we see going on in the show, in the sense that they have to deal with us getting older. One of my favorite episodes is the 2-part opener of season 5, I'm Sick and Tired, or Sick and Tired is just what it's called. It's about, not Blanche, but Dorothy having chronic fatigue syndrome, people not believing her. It's a very different story, but it's about focusing on health. Another one that I love is in The Curse, where Blanche is dealing with getting older and going through menopause, and this sort of reflecting on being a woman in later years and having to deal with that. This obviously isn't quite that, so I know it's not the perfect fit, but I do think it fits in a lot of ways. On top of that, I did the math with the speed that I'm going to be going at, like maybe 1.8, and I'm probably looking at maybe 4.5 hours, and that's definitely manageable. I usually read between 2 and 3 hours a day, I think, on a good day, so it is pushing it. I am pushing myself here, but I think it's doable. I did, intentionally or not, sleep in very late today, so I don't expect to go into bed anytime soon, so I'll hopefully get to an hour or two of this tonight before I go to bed, and in preparation of just getting through it. What am I going to do tonight? I don't know. Cook, eat. I'm getting hungry, and it's midnight. I wish I had my cheesecake. I really do wish I had my cheesecake, but I don't. But for now, let's just get on with it. I'm so excited for this. I love Golden Girls. I'll catch you all later. Good morning, everyone, or should I say afternoon, because it's 12 o'clock. I wish I could say I was up late reading this, but unfortunately, I keep having this desire not to do anything, whether it be work, bike, read, and well, I watch TV instead. I'm gonna try and not give up, not let myself get down on the fact that I'm still feeling meh. I just haven't had much motivation lately. This vlog is supposed to change that. It's still early in the vlog, so let's hope that I can. I made it maybe 20 minutes into this, so not very far. I have probably 4 hours and 15 minutes left. I need to work, so I'm gonna get at least a few hours of work in before I stop and read this, but the day's not over yet, so I'm gonna do that, do some writing for school, and then I'll get back to you, and hopefully I'll go for a bike ride while it's still beautiful and summer. I'm wasting my days away when I know I can't bike in the winter when I should be doing it every day here, and I'm not. Okay, I am outside in a backyard that is visible by the neighbors, so I may look ridiculous right now, but I just realized that I wanted to do some work outside, out on the Lanai, even though it's really just a back porch. I mean, what is a Lanai? I honestly don't know, but you know, the homage, obviously, to the Lanai, so I'm here to do some work. It's actually the perfect day for it. Like, we're the last day, second to last day of July, and the temperatures are like 70. It's like perfect out here, so perfect. As long as the wind's not too much for the umbrella. But let's get to some more work out here. I haven't got my cheesecake yet, but I do have a banana, strawberry, vanilla, chocolate smoothie, which I guess counts as a dessert. I do still want to go get a cheesecake, but it did occur to me that I wonder, one, how many vegan cheesecakes they actually have on hand, and two, how many people have in their mind, it's cheesecake day, let's have a cheesecake. So I'm really hoping there's a cheesecake there when I go shopping. Otherwise, that's really going to ruin my plans for this day. That's a really big part of it. But I've been watching some videos, at least some clips from Golden Girls. It's great. But I'm going to get to work now, get back to work, do some writing, and just enjoy the day. Carpe diem, seize the day.
Carpe diem, seize the day. Gather your rosebuds while you may. Strive to find your own voice. Seize the day. Look at it in another way. Carpe diem, seize the day. Gather your rosebuds while you may. Strive to find your own voice. Seize the day.
Now, I'm not going to eat it all now, even though I won't lie, I do that usually when I buy a cheesecake. But let's enjoy this one slice for now. It's still frozen, which is why I got this cutting board, because I wanted a slice, but I'll let it sit in the fridge for a bit after this, and we'll enjoy more later. But I figured, why not cut a slice now and enjoy it out on the back porch, out on the Lanai, if you will. If only I had cookies, cream, ice cream.
Girls, we can't drink plain milk.
Why not?
It's disgusting. If we're going to have milk, we need cookies.
Hell, if I'm gonna have cookies, I'm gonna have cheesecake.
And I would like to admire. This here was a plate of my grandmother's. I don't know. It's like a good thing to include in the vlog. Another thing that was my grandmother's, although they haven't used it in a while, so. Okay, I'm back outside on the Lanai, here to enjoy my cheesecake. Now, and this is a very small piece, and I promise you, I will eat the entire cake before the night is out. I promise you that. Still a little stiff, but it tastes delicious. You know, the sad truth of it is, I did not like cheesecake before I went vegan. It was something I tried after going vegan, after I'd expanded my palate a bit, and I really fell in love with it. Now I wish I wasn't vegan sometimes so I could enjoy what a real cheesecake would taste like. Life's long, maybe one day I'll feel the urge. I don't know how long I am in the book, maybe probably less than 25%, but I'm liking it. It doesn't remind me of Golden Girls. In fact, even though our main character is like 50 years old, I don't know, I think it's because I grew up with the Golden Girls, but I never imagined 50, like, even though that is what the ages they were in, they always felt older, you know, because I grew up with them. Now it's like, when I'm 30, 50, or even 60, isn't that old. And so it's hard to see her as the same way, but to still see her going through, our main character Alice going through menopause, recognizing that, but also recognizing there's something more there. The book is about a woman named Alice who is a scientist of some sort. She's a professor, and she realizes she has Alzheimer's. And we just found out she just got diagnosed in the story where I'm at. So we still have to see what's going to happen. I mean, right now her kids are in college, and her husband's still alive. So that aspect of the husband being alive obviously isn't consistent with Golden Girls, but that's still there. And she hasn't told anyone yet, though, and we'll see how that plays out. I promise I'm not going to spoil the whole book. I think so far I've really just given you the synopsis, because all it's there. I think the synopsis is free game, but I promise I won't go any further than that. I'll just give you my feelings moving forward. Right now it's 5:30, and if I have 3 to 4 hours left, that gives me about 9:30, about 2.5 hours of downtime of no reading if I want to finish this, unless I want to speed through it. I really don't want to. So hopefully I don't have to carry this over like into the 2 a.m. range. It's such a nice day. This really is delicious. And the beauty of this camera is, even though I look ridiculous outside talking to myself, is you're teaching me restraint. I would be inside just cutting off piece after piece after piece, eating it all on my lonesome. Now it's like I'm sharing it with y'all. And I hope y'all have enjoyed a cheesecake on Cheesecake Day. If not, consider getting one. And why not throw in a Golden Girls episode too? I promise I'll include some clips of me watching it before that thing is out, but the day is short. And I'm sorry, the day is limited. It's a beautiful day. I figured I'd wait till the evening, until the sun's down. I really want more now, but I'm not gonna get it. I'm gonna wait and get ready for a bike ride to enjoy the day while it's still the way it is. I mean, it's almost cold sitting still, I'm not gonna lie. Especially with the sun gone. But once I get biking, it'll be fine. Perfect weather, really. Anyways, I'm gonna get on with the vlog, get on with the reading. So I am almost done with this. I have like 45 minutes left on the audiobook. I'm enjoying it, so much as one can enjoy it. It's a good book. I will say the author is narrating it herself, and it's not a very good narration. I mean, it's fine, everything being understood, but it's very flat. It's very emotionless. There's not much fluctuation in how she's narrating it. Nevertheless, I've gotten sort of into it. I feel like I can easily separate out our characters very distinctly because of the way the story's written. It's a well-written story. It's dark, it's very sad, and I'd say it's less scary for myself than it is thinking about my family members, because I know as a man I'm probably less likely to get it. So it's something that's scary, but it's also something I'm thankful that isn't necessarily common in my family as far as we know. But it's a fascinating look at the disease and a very sad one. I really would love to watch the movie tonight. Maybe I'll do it after 12. I don't know, it depends how I'm feeling. I kind of want to finish the story before I watch Golden Girls, but I'm not sure. I may keep listening. I'm really glad I chose this one though. Not just because I feel like it fits the Golden Girls theme, but because I'm finishing it just on time. Really, I have like 3 hours left tonight, and if I had been reading the book, I'd be so stressed out about finishing the book for the sake of finishing it. And I'm glad I got something that was just easy to get to. I could just enjoy my day how I wanted to enjoy it. And I didn't even start it last night. I forgot. This will make halfway through the cheesecake. I still have another half of it left. I'm sure I'm going to eat it. I made a mistake of ordering a burrito before I ate this, when I know I'm not going to be hungry when it gets here, but I'm probably still going to eat it because it's here. I wonder how much cheesecake they actually ate on set, the Golden Girls, considering, it's always on screen. I don't know how many takes you have to take. If they're just giving the illusion of eating it, or if they really just like to get to enjoy cheesecake all the time.
World, and I trust and respect you more than any people I know, so I want you to tell me the truth. Now, honestly, do you think I'm competent at what I do?
Based on the sounds from your bedroom, I bet you're damn near spectacular.
So I think we should do a PET scan. That's similar to an MRI, but it can pick up things at the molecular level.
I know what a PET scan is. What in particular would you be looking for?
I want to see if the results are consistent with Alzheimer's disease.
Okay, let us close out the vlog now. It is Sunday, August 1st. I decided to let myself take a break before I conclude everything, gather my thoughts, and also make sure the videos actually go up. I've edited it. This is all I needed left. This was a fun vlog, and also a lot of fun to edit. It's like less than 20 minutes probably, but like I put hours into this just because how much fun I had inserting random Golden Girls clips. So I finished Till Alice. Pretty sure I did not say it exactly. I have 45 minutes left. I finished it well before I started watching Golden Girls. But then I've been a couple episodes of Golden Girls. I showed you a clip there. And it was after 12 that I started watching Still Alice, but I something's burning. Hold on. Got a lot going on. Yeah, so it was after 12, but technically it wasn't a part of the reading vlog, so it's fine. But I still want to talk about my thoughts of the book and how it fits into the movie. Overall, I liked the book. I think I gave it a solid 4 stars. I already mentioned how I didn't love the narration, and while the writing was great, I don't know why I'm feeling need to say something negative. It's just, it wasn't my favorite thing in the world, but it was still a solid book. It was depressing, and it ended in a way that I didn't love, but in a way that was very realistic, unfortunately. As far as the movie, I did struggle because I had literally just finished the book. And coming into the movie, I was so acutely aware of all the changes they made or all the abbreviations they made. And generally speaking, it was identical to the book. And I did like it, but for some reason it didn't hit as hard. I think partly because I just felt like I was getting excerpts of the movie instead of the actual full story. And also because at first, I didn't necessarily, it wasn't being adapted the way I pictured it in my mind. Even knowing Julianne Moore was going to be the actress who played Alice, still it wasn't how I pictured her. Her way she portrayed it, this wasn't how I was picturing it. And to be fair, I hardly know what is the right way of doing it, but it still took me out of it for a while. That said, in other casting that I really liked, I did like her relationship with her daughter, played by Kristen Stewart. That worked really well. I thought their moments were probably some of the most emotionally impactful of the entire film. They both did fantastic. And I thought having Alec Baldwin as the father, as the husband, was a really good choice because he's an asshole. And the dad and the father, the husband in this book, he makes some very selfish choices, and it's apparent from him from the get-go before you even know she has Alzheimer's. And he was a good casting, because he's an asshole in real life too. What I didn't love was, one of the biggest problems I had with the movie rather, was how they tried to humanize the husband too much. Like, they added certain pieces that I felt like, because the book is focused on Alice's perspective. We get a couple non-Alice perspectives in the movie, which I appreciated. One of those, or a couple of those, was getting a good glimpse at the husband being vulnerable, and Alec Baldwin being vulnerable, which I appreciate. I think it did add some depth to him. What I didn't love was that they tried to reframe him as being more sympathetic when he's really just being very selfish. And part of the way they do that is just that instead of changing him as a person, as a character, they just change how the people around him react to him. Like in the book, he's just such an asshole that all the kids just gang up against him because of his choices he wants to make. While in the movie, we see the kids split, some agreeing with him, some not, except his choices haven't changed, and there's still an asshole choice. There's still shitty choices. It's just the movie wants to frame him as being a reasonable person, and I just don't think that's the case. The movie is written, and I think directed by a man, so I wonder how much of that influenced that, but I just didn't think it was a good choice, because he was selfish, being so selfish. Yeah, you watch the movie to really get it. It was still a solid book, solid movie. I just recently watched a movie about Alzheimer's, and it starred Anthony Hopkins and the father, and that one was different. Like, I didn't read the book, there wasn't a book to go with it, I mean, and I went into it, it just felt more emotionally impactful. I don't want to say real, it's just that I didn't feel like anything was missing, which again was because I read the book and I knew there were moments that were missing, and it just all felt more deep. So I do recommend checking out that movie too. It was a fantastic movie. But all in all, good book, good movie, but a great vlog. And if y'all watched it all the way in, first off, thank you so much, as always. I hope you really enjoyed it, and hopefully if you're as big a fan of Golden Girls as I am, you did enjoy it, because that's what I really loved about it. And if you made it to the end, thank you so much. And I think it goes without saying that if you did make it to the end, make sure you put a cheesecake in the comments to show me you made it all the way. And as always, have a great day and stay safe.